Hello, this is Charles here. I'm going to be talking about ManyCam today, which is a tool that I've used pretty frequently over the last 5 years while I've been teaching online. I use it to liven up my online teaching when I'm teaching in a synchronous environment, when it is necessary to be doing face-to-face, virtual face-to-face interaction with students, because it offers a whole bunch of different features that can help to make a teleconference or video chat more engaging and more professional looking. So without further ado, let's take a gander. I did want to quickly show the pricing. The free version is what I'm talking about today. It works very well, but this is what it runs you. They each have different features. You can take a look here, but I think standard would suit just about anybody well. But again, I'm taking a look at the free version today because it has a lot of good features itself. So without further ado, let's take a click here. And here is our workstation, I guess we could call it. There's lots of different things we can do to liven up our video feed. So first off, I think some important functionality is that we can do some zooming, we can rotate our camera, we can flip it as well, and color adjustment. This is nice. This can often really set you apart as a instructor that's on camera. You can actually kind of make yourself look good. I'm going to turn down my brightness a little bit and turn up my contrast so we can actually see a little bit, and then I can up my color. See, I'm wearing a blue sweater. Yeah, you can mess around with that. If I was feeling particularly gray today, I might do that. And you can go and change the individual red, green, blue. I've wanted to give myself a more warm hue. I can do that. So yeah, we can mess around with colors. We can choose different audio. So if I wanted to, say, play a song in my lesson, I could do that. There's a lot of things we could do there, but I'll move on to draw in text. Now we can see in my frame here that it has that watermark, ManyCam. That is going to be there during a session using the free version. However, if I wanted to add text, which I can do in the drawing phase, I can actually sort of get rid of that in a roundabout way by putting some sort of text. I mean, we might want to do that if we're holding a class. And if you put a white background, then it sort of eliminates the watermark. I mean, it's still there, but you can't really see it anymore. So that's a sneaky little way, but you can do lots of other things on this screen. You can draw, and obviously you can erase that. You can change the thickness of what you're drawing. I could change the font of the text I'm using. There's lots of different things. Another useful tool with this is I can add a clock. I really like that. Pay no attention to the late hour at which I'm doing this. I like to do my work in the middle of the night for some reason. Yeah, so I could change the color of that, right? I could, I'm just gonna make it like red. And I can change the way that is shown. I like this better, but we could do 24-hour time, so if it's midnight, I could put the date on there. Yeah, a lot of different functions there. Also very useful here is I can add a timer. So I'll just click that and have it show. I have a 30-second timer ready to roll there, which could be helpful in a class when you're trying to have a time limit for students to answer a question or something like that. So yeah, moving on. This is something for the paid version, and so is this, so we're not going to really go through that. But effects, this is sort of the meat of it all here. Let's click on emojis. Okay, so I can add little animated emojis to whatever I'm doing. So if I want to say like, yeah, you can do it. A pile of poop. I don't know why you'd want to do that one, but it's there. There's other things as well. If I go to face accessories, I've got a whole bunch of ones downloaded on here. I always liked putting a cat on my head. I don't know why, but it's just cute and fun. There's a lot of different things. I could be Darth Vader. I could have some hipster glasses. The possibilities are endless. You can go onto their website and it will, and there's so many different ones of these that you can download. I like this one. So yeah, additionally, gallery. So this parlays itself into the stuff down here. So I can, during this, so if this is a live session, I can start a recording of my screen and what's going on with me if I want to, and then use that later. So if I was, for example, doing a lesson one-on-one with a student, I thought that, I might want to use it for a posted lecture later, I could just record it at the same time. You can take snapshots and they'll be located here when you're done. Additionally, down here we can see I have two different feeds, you might call them. You have a lot more. I think you get up to 20 if you have the paid version, but 2 has been good for me. So I have this feed, and then I can transition to this, which could be anything really, but this is just an example that I used for one of my younger English classes that I was teaching, where I'd have little rewards. And these are, again, effects, these stars. So I can put in effects on this, and I just put a galaxy background. So it was going to be, my star reward. So I can transition between these two different feeds, which is really nice. Particularly if I want to make this one, say, a slideshow or something, or just a gallery of pictures. I could use that going back and forth between me and literally whatever else, and just transition back and forth. Yeah, so really there's a lot of use cases, I think, for this, and obviously it can make your classes more engaging. I think a lot of the things I have are more geared towards kids. Oh, I do really like this effect. But obviously with adults too, it can, really liven up whatever sort of presentation you're giving. You can label things, you can draw. If I was holding up something, I could, draw on it. The possibilities are really endless, although not as endless with the free version, but really, really a lot of possibilities with the paid version, which I've used before. Yeah, so in conclusion, I would say this is a very helpful tool when you're doing synchronous video lessons or lectures. And again, with that recording feature, you can really turn any sort of interaction or explanation that you're giving to a student into something that you might use again in the future. So Yeah, I think that just about covers it. I hope that this has been helpful in learning about ManyCam, and perhaps you have seen some possible ways that you could use it in your own classroom. Thanks very much, and take care. Bye-bye.